Classic All-Star Wrestling, featuring the greatest matches in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. And now, here is your host, Adam Parsons.
Wrestling fans, I'm Adam Parsons. Another great action-packed week, classic All-Star Wrestling. This week, only one match, but wait till you hear who's in it and hear the story behind it. It is Jerry the King Lawler, the master of the Power Driver, the king of Memphis, Tennessee. He's taking on a man who calls himself Mr. Power Driver. That's bruiser Bob Sweetan. So the backstory behind this is Hemisphere Arena, Southwest Championship Wrestling. It is a Power Driver match. It's Mr. Power Driver against the guy, Jerry the King Lawler, who thinks he's the king of the Power Driver. And they're right there in this huge event from the Hemisphere Arena. It's going to be a doozy Marooney. You're not going to want to miss it. Don't touch that dial. Don't blink. Don't get up from your chair. It's great, classic professional wrestling, two of the greatest of all time, and Jerry the King Lawler being the man that's able to tell a story in the ring and be able to paint a picture in your mind like very few can. That's it for me. You'll get to hear me after this, after thoughts from the main event, and stay tuned. Let's go to the ring. Hemisphere Arena, Bob Sweetan against Jerry Lawler.
Bob Sweetan calls himself Mr. Power Driver. Jerry Lawler calls himself the King. So only time will tell here on Southwest Championship Wrestling as we've moved into the big arena to bring you these exciting matches. Oh, Lawler not liking what Sweetan might do. Sweetan is threatening to step on the crown of the King, Jerry Lawler. Lawler doesn't like it at all. The referee is telling Sweetan no, but that doesn't mean anything. Sweetan is still standing. And now he reaches down and picks up the crown and it puts it on his head, and the fans love it. Well, I don't think Lawler likes it at all, but he's not going to go over and take it away, and Sweetan takes his cape, the cape of Jerry Lawler, and wipes the toes of his boots with it. Now Lawler comes out of the ring. Jerry Lawler outside the ring. The bell has not sounded for the start of this match yet. We're waiting for Lawler to get back into the ring, and I'm sure as soon as he steps in, the bell will sound, and we'll be underway with this match. Referee Jack Howe checks over Jerry Lawler. Lawler backs away from him. And ladies and gentlemen, the man standing back here to my right is interested in this match, Cowboy Scott Casey. And Scott, I know you can tell me about the Power Driver here, Jerry Lawler and Bob Sweetan. Sweetan applied it to you.
That's absolutely right, Steve. I was out of wrestling for almost 2 months. Rapidio, you and Steve both know that I've been wrestling for almost 10 years now, and I've never had anything affect me like this Power Driver does. What I'm watching here is I'm watching a match with a lot of mixed emotion. I'd like to see Bob Sweetan win it. I'd like to see Jerry Lawler win it. I really don't know who, but I'll tell you one thing. Whoever wins it is going to win with a Power Driver. I feel that deep down inside because, fellas, that's their game there. That's their hole, the Power Driver.
Okay, thank you, Scott. Stick around because we'll be calling on you to... Well, Sweetan and Lawler... Oh... I don't know whether you could hear that over the microphone, but Jerry Lawler telling Bob Sweetan, he said he's about as bad as that Andy Kaufman. He slapped Kaufman across the face, and now he slapped Sweetan, but I don't believe Lawler really means that because he knows what Sweetan is.
I'll say one thing, fellas. You're looking at a man, Bob Sweetan, who I know like the back of my hand, and there's about 285 pounds in there. He's going against one Jerry Lawler, and he's about 240. But let me tell you what. It's like the, what is it, the unstoppable force against the immovable force? And I'm telling you, it's going to be a rough match either way you go.
Okay, here we are now up in the ring. Here we go now. Jerry Lawler. Bob Sweetan. Well, the referee, Jack Howe, telling Lawler, let's get in there and let's get after it. Back onto the ropes. It's Sweetan in front. Oh, and Lawler ducks underneath it. Lawler reaches up there and slaps him, and he better run. He better run because Bob Sweetan, 285 pounds, gets hold of him. There won't be much of Jerry Lawler left. Lawler staying outside the ring. Referee counting. Lawler still staying outside the ring. Sweetan moving back so that Lawler can get in. I don't know that Lawler really wants to get in there. Remember, he's claiming what he did to Andy Kaufman. Andy Kaufman weighed 140 pounds. Sweetan weighs 285 pounds. Sweetan comes out of the ring chasing Kaufman, chasing Lawler. Lawler bails out also. Well, Lawler saying he knows the rules. Those are open hand blows. Those are open hand blows that he was throwing at Bob Sweetan. Lawler outside the ring talking on a microphone to the crowd. He's already got the crowd stirred up. He's got Bob Sweetan stirred up. Lawler refusing to come into the ring. Now he finally makes it. Jerry Lawler, the king from Memphis, Tennessee, against Bob Sweetan, Mr. Pile Driver out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's Sweetan backing Lawler into the corner. He pulls him out with a side headlock. Whoop, it looked like he was going to throw a punch, but Lawler blocked it. Sweetan keeps him in the corner again. This time Lawler gets out of there. Bob Sweetan, you can see the look on his face. He is really mad, and I can't blame him. Taking a few of those slaps from Jerry Lawler. In the corner, Sweetan in front. Lawler blocks it and throws a punch of his own. Well, Sweetan went for the punch, and he didn't get it as Lawler got that forearm up there and blocked it. Oh, Sweetan is mad. Lawler staying in the corner. Now the referee, Jack Howe, says, bring it out. Sweetan walking over towards Lawler. Now Lawler comes out of the corner. They lock up, and coming out with a side headlock is the king, Jerry Lawler. Holds on to that side headlock. Really locks it on tight. Sweetan gets a forearm up on the side of the neck of Lawler. Now Sweetan blocks the punch, and there's a punch that sends Lawler down into the corner. Oh, and he gets out of there and he bails out in a hurry. Sweetan just turned the tables on him that time. Lawler went for the punch. Sweetan got that forearm up, blocked it, laid one in there on Lawler. Lawler went down, and finally out underneath the bottom rope, he went onto the floor. Sweetan signaling to the crowd that he used an open hand, but I don't think he knows it. Outside on the apron, Jerry Lawler talking to the referee. And I think Lawler's saying it was no open hand, it was a punch. And Sweetan says no open hand. Lawler now Comes in between the ropes. Lawler staying away from Sweet Dan at this point in the match. Lawler backed into the corner, puts his in underneath that rope. Referee counts him back in. Well, so far, Jerry Lawler has been evading Bob Sweetan. Lawler wants a hookup, and Sweetan does. Lawler with a kick. Sweetan with a kick. Down goes Lawler. Oh. Jerry Lawler gets another kick from Bob Sweetan. There's another one. Sweetan going for the pile driver quickly. And Lawler goes for the ropes, and he ties his legs up in those ropes. He doesn't want Sweetan to get anything on him. And here comes Lawler back outside the ring. So Bob Sweetan going for the first pile driver of the night was blocked by Jerry Lawler as Lawler grabbed the ropes with his legs, tied himself up, got a referee, Jack Howe, to give him a break.
You know where I come from, where it's so civilized, man. The pile driver's the only one.
Well, Lawler complaining about the pile driver, says where he comes from, the pile driver's in the legal hold. Well, Mr. Lawler should have looked at the rules when he came into this ring, because the pile driver is not an illegal hold here.
You come here to fight and shoot over your mouth.
Well, Sweetan feels about like the crowd does. He just asked Lawler, did he come here to fight or to shoot off his mouth? And all he's been doing lately is shooting off his mouth. So Lawler now finally gets up on the apron. Lawler walking away from Sweetan. Sweetan has him in the corner, but he doesn't go in after him. Now the referee says, come out of there and let's get after it. Lawler staying in the corner. The referee is getting mad at the king, Jerry Lawler, and I don't blame him. Now here comes Lawler back outside the ring again, and Lawler's leaving. Lawler is leaving. He looked like he was going back to the dressing room. He is complaining about something that the referee is saying to him, and all I can figure out is Jack Howe's telling him to come on, get out of that corner, let's fight. Here he goes back to the mic. He's wanting a real referee. Well, Lawler wanting another referee. I don't believe he's going to get it. Jerry Lawler staying away from Bob Sweetan. What has been billed as a match, the pile driver versus the pile driver. Sweetan has gone for one pile driver so far, and it was blocked by Lawler. Other than that, there hasn't been too much. Oh, that was close to the eyes. Lawler getting that thumb or the fingers close to the eye area. You can see Sweetan dazed back into the corner, sitting on that bottom rope. Lawler going after him in the corner. Lawler reaches in, grabs Sweetan, puts him down on the mat. With the fist, he misses. As Sweetan got out from underneath, he's going for the pile driver again, and Lawler pushes him back into the corner. So Jerry Lawler quickly getting Sweetan back in the corner. Now Sweetan kicks him down. Bob Sweetan with the boot, putting it to Jerry Lawler. So far, Lawler has been unable to go for the pile driver against Sweetan. Sweetan holding on to that left arm. Sweet Tan puts a twist in that left arm. Elbow into the left arm of the King, Jerry Lawler. All of it being done by Bob Sweet Tan. Ring announcer announces 10 minutes have gone by in this match. Sweet Tan holding on to that left arm. Oh, does he have it twisted up tight? Jerry Lawler moving around. Throws a punch and he lands it on the jaw of Bob Sweet Tan. He goes in after him and stays on top of him. Jerry Lawler now the aggressor as he goes after Bob Sweet Tan. Throwing a left, another left, lays him on the jaw of Sweet Tan, and there's a right, and down goes Bob Sweet Tan. Jerry Lawler, high in the air he goes and drops a knee across the chest of Bob Sweet Tan. Lawler grabbing the hair. Throws a punch that was very close to the throat. Lawler proud of himself now. Let's see if the King goes for the pile driver. Here he goes. Oh, and Sweet Tan flips him off. The King, Jerry Lawler, made his first move for the pile driver, and Bob Sweet Tan just flipped him right over his back. Sweet Tan now with a punch. Bob Sweet Tan going after Jerry Lawler, and a big boot there puts Lawler on the mat. An elbow smash from Sweet Tan. He's got him down for a count of 2. Oh, that was close. Sweet Tan taking Lawler, lays him on the ropes, whips him across the ring, cuts him back with that elbow, and down goes Jerry Lawler. Another elbow smash by Sweet Tan. Lawler kicks out. Sweet Tan grabs the hair, brings the King, Jerry Lawler, up. Oh, what an uppercut that was, and that sent Lawler back to the mat. Sweet Tan reaching in, has him up for a beautiful back suplex. Oh, and he went right into the ropes. The King, Jerry Lawler, is covered up by Sweet Tan. Here's the count. It is up. A leg over that bottom rope. I don't believe it was a 3 count, as Lawler had the leg over the bottom rope. 2 count. I thought the referee gave him 3, but Lawler did have the leg over the bottom rope. There's another back suplex. Sweet Tan trying to keep him from rolling around. He's got him covered up again, and this time it's 3. This time I believe it was 3. Lawler has got a leg over that bottom rope. Let's see if the referee is going to... Oh, no. I don't believe he's going to award the match to Sweet Tan. He isn't. Now, there's no doubt about that. From my position here at the arena, it looked like that leg went over the bottom rope after the 3 count. Now, Lawler gets a knee up in there. He's got Sweet Tan down. Lawler using the rope for leverage. He got the 3 count. Jerry Lawler, using the rope for leverage, has got the 3 count on Sweet Tan. Now, Sweet Tan comes back at him for the pile driver. He drops him on his head. Oh, this crowd is going crazy. Listen to this crowd. They want Sweet Tan to do it again. Sweet Tan is up on that middle rope. Lawler is down, suffering from the pain that has been brought to him by that pile driver by Bob Sweet Tan, and Sweet Tan is leaving the ring. He lost the match, but he did get to put the pile driver on the King, Jerry Lawler. Lawler was the winner of the match. It looked like Sweet Tan had won, but the referee decided that Lawler had a leg over that bottom rope, and then Lawler come up, kicked Sweet Tan down, put him down to the mat for the 3 count, and he was definitely using the rope for leverage. The referee didn't see it. It was 1, 2, 3. The King, Jerry Lawler, wins it. We'll be back with more after this.
What a great main event. What a great classic ending to a great classic match. Bob Sweetan gets the power driver at the end, and Jerry Lawler looks like he's certainly going to need a neck collar for at least a couple weeks. Next week, double main event. It's Thunderbolt Patterson taking on the Macho Man, Randy Savage. That comes to you from Pothos International Championship Wrestling. And then we go to Continental Wrestling. It's the Bullet. Some people think he might be Bob Armstrong, and he's taking on the Flame, who used to be the one of the original assassins, and Jody Hamilton, and that's a mask versus mask match. So next week, double main event, mask versus mask, along with an ICW World Heavyweight title match. Fans, that's it for me. Next week, classic All-Star Wrestling. It just keeps on steamrolling. A lot great more. Top stars still to come. I'm Adam Parsons.